welcome to another episode of the Bottom of the Stream Movie Show. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back to Bottom of the Stream. We are on our never-ending quest to find hidden gems at the bottom of the Netflix and Amazon Prime stream.
Absolutely. We've brought Amazon Prime on board recently.
For this season.
For
season 11. And this is only the second episode of season 11.
It is, and last week's episode was an Amazon Prime movie.
It was.
But this one is a Netflix movie.
It is.
And this one is called Office Invasion. Office Invasion was released in 2022. It is a 15. It runs for 1 hour and 52 minutes. And it's currently rated a 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb. 4.5.
I think... I'm surprised it's that low.
It does feel low.
But
as we'll come to in this episode, this movie is crazy. And that might have caused people to lower their scores, maybe.
It is crazy, but also probably maybe not what you would have expected when you press play. I think that was certainly my...
Yeah, it wasn't really what I was expecting, I don't think.
Yeah. So that may have affected
people
scoring.
This is a South African movie, and it stars a guy called Rea Rangaka. He plays Sam. Kirashan Naidoo plays Prince. And Sechaba Ramphele plays Junior. This was written by Gareth Crocker and directed by Gareth Crocker and Fred Wolmarans. One writer, but two directors. And usually it's the other way around.
I'm going to say that I think we see on this show a higher than average number of movies that are co or multiple directors.
Yeah, I think you're right. It doesn't happen. You don't see it in mainstream cinema very often.
We
do see it quite
often.
a bit. But it's unusual to have one writer, two directors. That's weird. The pair of them have worked together before. They co-created a TV show called Django, which was the world's first mainstream African superhero TV show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they co-created that together. That's the only fact I have about anybody in this who is involved with this movie. Do you, Nick, have a one-word review of this movie?
Corporate synergy.
Management speak.
Yeah. All those buzzwords.
Yeah. Where does this movie start, Nick?
It's a stormy night.
It is a stormy night.
And we get some nice drone shots of the city.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I don't recognise my South African cities.
I think it was Johannesburg.
Okay, fine.
I think that's mentioned at some point during the movie. I think so.
And we have a security guard starting to do his rounds for the evening.
Yes.
Of a office block / large facility.
Some sort of facility. And he spots a door that is open on the outside of the building.
Yeah.
So he goes in to investigate, that being his job.
He finds a discarded vial as well on the floor.
He does. And as he walks through this door, a scantily clad lady approaches him.
Yeah.
She's wearing just lingerie. And she says, "Happy birthday." Or he says happy birthday, or somebody says happy birthday.
She says to him, "Happy birthday, George."
So he starts taking his clothes off too.
Yeah.
He follows her into this other part of this building, and then suddenly he screams, blood splatters all over the walls, and his skeleton flies at the screen and lands next to the camera. And then that cuts straight into our title card.
The skeleton is dragged away.
Yes.
And the subtitles say chewing sounds.
Oh, somebody's eaten it.
Also, might be worth noting for later on that the stripper had a Russian accent.
She did indeed. That cuts straight from there to the title card, and then out of the title card we get 1 month earlier.
We do.
And we meet either a Chinese arms dealer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because why not? And he's trying to buy something from a miner. Not a kid. A man who does mining.
Works in a mine, yes.
And it is he's trying to get hold of a product called Zolkaloid.
Zolkanoid, yeah.
Zolkanoid. I think they renamed this product about 8 times during this movie.
I think they might have done.
It's either Zolkaloid, Zolkanoid, or Zolkamoid. And it's described as being similar to mercury.
Yes.
It's a liquid metal.
But key thing is, it is not poisonous.
No. And this mine is the only mine in the world where Zolkaloid or Zolkanoid is known to be existing.
And there's big money in Zolkanoid right now.
Absolutely. It's big. It's a big market. We find out that the management of the mining company has just recently changed hands.
Yeah, so we follow Sam out of the off-site and into the
Sam.
office.
Yeah.
And yes, he's told they're getting a new boss.
Yep.
And he's not a good guy.
Yes. We then meet Junior for the first time. Junior is a
Security guard.
younger security guard than the one we met earlier. And he believes himself to be cursed. He doesn't have a lot of luck in life.
No.
His dad was a robber who was very bad at being a robber.
Yeah.
And he's decided to take this job as a security guard at this mining company, which is called AMI. And when he gets to work that day, he finds that his roommates have stolen his lunch.
Yes, and they have replaced, they've put a brick in his lunchbox.
Yes.
And it just says, "We owe you."
Yeah.
And he also, when he gets out of the sort of minibus,
Yep.
dropping him off at work, his jacket sleeve remains in the door.
Yes.
So he loses the sleeve of his security guard's jacket.
He does. And his boss approaches him and basically tells him to get his shit together.
Yeah.
How can you be a security guard when by the time you've got to work, your lunch and your jacket have been stolen?
We also learn that Junior fancies Portia,
Yes.
who is a cleaner
Yep.
at the company.
And then we meet Prince.
Yeah.
This is the third member of our team. He's late for work.
He's an IT nerd. He's in IT.
Yes. I think he's in like finance.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's an accountant, actually.
But he's late for work and he decides to get to work. He's going to climb in through the bathroom window. And he does. He climbs in, but there's a man in there having a wee and a urinal.
Who is,
Can't say urinal.
who is like an IT geek.
Who is
Spreadsheet
a proper spreadsheet
Yeah.
geek. I think I'm a spreadsheet geek. Spent all day today on spreadsheets. Yeah, and they have a humorous, in inverted commas, conversation.
Because the guy's like, "I'm just urinating."
Yeah.
But he's like, he's not getting it in the urinal. He's
getting
eating at the
around,
same
yeah.
time. And
I think his name
it's
was
all over the
Sean.
floor. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Wow.
Um,
Know a few Seans there. And we also learn that Prince he doesn't need to work.
Yes.
He is rich. His family is super rich. But in order for him to access his trust fund, he has to do 5 years
In the finance department.
as an accountant. Because I think that's what his dad was.
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe. His dad is the biggest company of this mining company. The biggest customer
Yeah.
of this mining company. We then meet Prince's boss, Colleen. She comes into the toilet and sees him in there. And
She's like, "Are you the phantom pisser?"
yeah, because there's piss all over the floor, and
Yeah.
she thinks she's found the phantom pisser, and makes him clean it up. But before she does that, we find out Prince has a vivid imagination
Yeah.
because he imagines ripping Colleen's heart out, and
Holding it
in his hands and squeezing it.
Yeah.
We see that happen. So we cut from that scene.
He drops his phone in the piss.
He
doesn't
does,
he?
yeah.
That's all this sort of
Standard joke.
comedy.
Everybody in this company is prepping for a meeting.
I thought they were all
So
getting to the same meeting.
There's 3 meetings going to happen
But
at the same time.
That all happens later.
And
so
now we've met
3
three
separate meetings.
3 characters that were going to be in one of each of these meetings. The security guards / cleaners are very concerned because the HR are coming to this meeting.
Yeah.
And Sam, we go back to Sam. Sam turns up at the management meeting because Sam's a manager. And there's something about this new big boss man turns up. He's
like, "We're cutting
insane.
costs
We're cutting costs. The manager's going to have to start paying rent for their offices.
for their desk.
For their desk.
Yeah, for their desk space. And they're going to have to pay for their own lunch. There's no free lunches anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all a bit crazy. And then we cut down, as he's saying there's no free lunches, we cut down back to the security team meeting, and they're going to get free lunches,
No, they're going to get...
providing there's leftovers
Yeah,
from other meetings.
corporate meetings.
Which happens in my business.
Yeah.
We get all the leftover food. It's great.
Yeah, that happens in our office as well. If
Yeah.
there's been some sort of buffet, they'll just bring it out.
Bring it out. It's great. And then we cut to the finance team's meeting, and they're getting 1990 style PCs back.
Like 386s.
Yeah, basically. They got to
Give
give their
their
laptops
laptops in,
back,
yeah.
and they're going to get these 90 style PCs. So basically, what we've learned from this is the company are drastically trying to cut costs under this new management.
The new boss also says, "I'm introducing a new time zone."
Yes.
He says, "Here at AMI, a standard hour will be 90 minutes long."
I love that.
So does that mean he's putting like 4 hours on the workday?
Sounds like it, doesn't it? He also says that they're losing sales because they can't keep up with demand of Zolkaloid. So what they're going to do is cut it with paint.
Yeah, thin it.
So basically thin it out because it's liquid metal. So they're going to mix it with paint, thin it out, and then they'll be able to sell double the amount.
And we find out Sam's a geologist.
Yes.
It's like, we can't do that. We don't know what effect it will have.
Exactly. So he warns them against it. Nobody listens. They also find out nobody's getting an annual bonus this year. And the office staff are given sex dolls
Yes.
to...
They need to be more customer focused.
Yes.
So they get their own customer each to look after in the
which
form
is
of a
just
blow-up doll.
a sex doll in a suit.
Yeah.
Which they have to take everywhere with them to look after the customer.
They get told they've got to blow their customers themselves
Yeah.
to inflate them.
Yes. We couldn't afford pumps. Sam, Junior, and Prince then go and have lunch together.
Compare notes from their
These three
meetings.
are all mate. We haven't just met them randomly. These three are all friends. Sam thinks the company's going to go up for sale because why else would you cut costs? And he says, I'm going to find out. I'm going to just go and ask the boss direct. I'm going to go and meet this guy. Ask him if he is going to sell the company. Which he does, but he instantly gets kicked out of the office.
He does.
No, he doesn't get his answer. So he goes home. And for the first time we meet Sam's family. He has a wife and a daughter, 15-year-old daughter, who has some sort of ailment.
Yeah, she's
Never really
she's all
explains
busted
what's,
up.
Yeah, she never really explains what's wrong with her. But
Like
it feels
open
like
wounds and
her skin bursts open on its own. Something wrong with her skin. And she's got this massive cut on her back, like open wound on her back.
Well, it's obviously a long-term condition because she's telling him that she thinks it's only a 4 out of 10 day pain.
Yeah, because she's got bandages on her arms and legs as well. So I don't know what's going on with her, but it doesn't sound fun.
And I think that would probably be my first criticism. Actually, there's probably some emotional heft left on the table there.
Yeah, because we know something's wrong with her, but we never find out what's wrong with her.
Yeah, and that sort of isn't capitalised on, that sort of
Bear in mind
emotional
that's
weighting.
Sam's whole motivation for what goes into this movie is he needs to help her.
It's given a bit of short shrift,
Yeah,
isn't
it is a little bit, you're right. We then follow Prince home. Prince goes back to his massive mansion that he lives in with his father.
Yeah.
He doesn't like being an accountant.
He says, I want to be a paramedic. What is wrong, Dad, with being a paramedic?
Yes.
Just because it doesn't earn loads of money?
Yeah.
Why can't I do that? And his dad says, because you're weak.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be strong enough to be a paramedic.
Calls him a coward.
Yeah.
And then his dad grabs the samurai sword off the table and chops Prince's head off.
Yeah.
But again, that's all in Prince's imagination. That happens a few times during this movie.
It does.
Crazy things happen. We then follow Junior home. He confronts his housemates about stealing his lunch.
And they're like, oh, we didn't eat it all anyway. We didn't like it.
Yeah, we threw most of it away.
I think Junior's interactions with his housemates are one of the best things about this movie.
The two housemates are not in it much, but they're great.
It's only 3 or 4 scenes. Yeah.
They're basically
overweight cosplayers, aren't they?
An unmarried couple who just sit around, do nothing all day, playing games, eating Sam's food.
Dressed in medieval outfits.
For some reason dressed in medieval outfits. Sam then is in bed. He's lying in bed, awake all night, trying to figure out what's going on. And in the morning, he's not had any sleep at all, but he gets a text on his phone saying all staff to attend a company meeting for a huge announcement.
No, this was 2 weeks later, so there was a little caption. Yeah. So some time had passed. But yes,
I thought it was the next morning.
You're right. There is an all-staff meeting.
There's an all-staff meeting that's been called where a huge announcement will be made. And Sam is convinced he knows what's going on. He's convinced there's new owners coming into the company, and he is correct. We meet their new owners.
They're from overseas.
They are.
Which have made me laugh as well.
There is Gregory, who is an Australian man with an awful wig, who thinks he's the cool man of the office. Yeah. We have all met these people before. And he assures everybody that their jobs are safe. They are not looking to make any changes this month. We then meet his co-owners, I guess.
Yeah.
Buddy and Anya. One is a Jamaican Rastafarian.
Yeah.
And one is a Russian spy.
Anya's introduces a change manager, and I've got to say, it gave me terrible flashbacks to actual work.
Yeah, same. We've all been in this situation. I've been in this situation. They're two very strange people. Cut to 1 week later, and we get Sam and Junior occasionally do voiceovers in this movie. I don't think Prince ever does, but the other two do.
Yeah.
And Sam's telling us that however bad we thought this was going to be, it was way worse. And we then cut to Junior and the security guards.
More cost cutting.
They're told they are no longer able to provide weapons.
Yes.
So they are given a training session on how to defend themselves with basic office supplies.
Yeah, basically what's left in the stationery cupboard.
So staplers, hole punches, that sort of thing.
But they've brought in a contractor to train them.
Yes.
This is Sensei Stormforce.
Yeah, and he's going to train them on the ways of the stapler.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
He's going to teach them Krav Maga karate jiu-jitsu. But he's introduced by the lead security guard. This made me laugh. He's like, I've got Sensei Stormforth. He is the best in the world at the most mixed martial arts. Krav Maga karate jiu-jitsu.
Sounds like it was a very much like Cobra Kai moment.
Yeah.
We then cut to Colleen, who was, if you remember, Prince's boss. She's in a meeting with Baddie, who's the Jamaican Rastafarian owner of this company, and she's saying how she wants to get rid of Prince.
She says, "I hate him. He's unproductive. I want to give him the most soul-crushing job we have."
And Baddie's like, "Well, why don't we just fire him?" And Colleen's like, "We can't fire him. His dad's the biggest customer we've got. I can't do that."
And then, this was a lovely joke.
I did like
this. The camera pulls back.
And Prince is just sitting in between the two of them.
He's in the meeting with them. That really made me laugh.
It is good. And they decide that they're going to give Prince a new job, but we don't find out what that is at this point. Sam goes in to see Gregory, the Australian guy who now owns the company. He seems to be the main boss.
Yeah, he finds out that the company is stopping the private medical aid benefit, basically.
Yes. So they're no longer going to pay for people's medication, which is an issue for Sam because he needs medication for his really ill daughter, which he tries to explain to Greg. But Greg says, "Have you thought about trying natural remedies? You can just boil some plants together and that will fix everything." Which, again, quite a funny line. Sam kicks off. There's an argument going on. Anya's in the room as well.
Yeah.
And then we leave that for a moment.
Is this where he ends up leaving / getting fired?
After this next scene.
Fine.
So we cut back to Prince's new job. Colleen's telling Prince, "Look, you're not in the finance department anymore. You have a new job, and that is to stand outside the toilet and time how long people are in there."
Yeah.
Which doesn't work for Prince because he's not in the finance team, and that means he'll lose his trust fund. But Colleen, he explains that to Colleen, and she loves that. She's happy that he's
it's like an unexpected bonus for her.
We then cut back to Gregory and Sam, who are still arguing, and eventually Sam gets fired.
Yes.
Gregory's like, "Well, if you don't like it, you know where the door is." We cut back then. There's a lot of cutting around in the start.
There is.
We cut back then to the security guards who are still having their training session, and Junior is given the task of trying to defend himself against paintballs using a pen.
There was a nice line here as well because Junior says, "Oh, I'll choose the pen. It's mightier than the sword," and the instructor just goes, "No, it fucking isn't."
There's also a callback to this scene later on, which I quite liked. He obviously can't defend himself with a pen against paintballs. So he gets covered in paintballs.
Yeah.
And then his boss says, "Look, because you're not very good at this, I'm going to cut your hours to 3 days a week." So everybody's losing their jobs as we're watching here. Sam then leaves. He's got his box of all his possessions and he gets in his car. Just as he's about to pull out, his wife rings him and says, "Why are you in your car?" He's like, "Well, I've left for the day. I've left early. Can you go to the pharmacy and pick up the medication?
Yeah.
We're running out." And then he agrees to that. He's all nice and on his phone to his wife, puts the phone down, and then just screams "fuck" really loud. Everything's falling apart for all three of these people. Junior goes home covered. I like this as well. Junior goes home covered in paint.
Yeah.
Yellow paint. And when he gets there, his housemates are sitting in cosplay costumes, playing the video game of what I think they're dressed up as.
I think so. Yeah. Some sort of like sword and
RPG, JRPG type thing.
And he turns around. And then there's just a patch on the wall where an item of furniture has clearly been moved. Yeah. And he's like, "Where's my fridge?"
"Have you guys sold the fridge to buy a video game?" Yes, they have. That's what they've done. He confronts them about this. They actually do have a bit of a row.
Yeah.
And to the point where Harry, one of the roommates, attacks him with a sword.
Yes.
And they have a proper fight. Cut to Prince. Prince is complaining to his dad again about his new job. And he says, "Look, I'm not in the finance team anymore.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. Can I just leave this fucking job? I don't want to work here anymore." And his dad basically says, "Look, you can do what you want, but you're not getting your trust fund.
Yeah.
You've lost your trust fund.
You failed.
The deal was that you stayed in this department. You're a failure." So Prince says, "Right, I'm moving out. I'm going to go and live in my car if I have to. I'm done." Meanwhile, back at Sam's house, he makes a telephone call to the Chinese arms dealer that we met earlier. And he says, "Look, there might be a way I can get you some Zolkanoid."
Yeah, so this is pretty much just taking us past where the opening of the film was.
Yes, basically
caught up.
I might be able to get you what sort of money are we talking about? This conversation happens. Later on,
Sam says, again, another good line. He's like, just before I agree to doing this, Chan, just can you tell me what it's for? I don't want to be, getting into anything unsavory. And Chan's like, oh yeah, it's for it's for a potential cure for cancer.
Yep.
Definitely not for making a bomb.
Yeah, definitely not. He expresses that. That's fine. He's an arms dealer, but that's fine. At this point, I should mention that this film is sold to us as an alien invasion movie.
Oh yeah. I think we're 45 minutes in at this point.
Yeah.
There's an hour
I'd
left.
forgotten this at this point.
I'm not enjoying it, but there's no sign of any aliens.
No.
Apart from that first prologue, which was 30 seconds at the start of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Sam, Prince, and Junior then meet for a drink.
Yeah, they meet at a bar to see
local
who's
bar.
the most sad.
Yeah, to see who's got the worst life. And Sam says, look, I've got a bit of an idea.
Yeah.
We might be able to figure something out. We need to steal some Zolkanoid, basically.
He says he's been offered 2 million to provide 12 units of Zolkanoid.
Prince is in instantly.
Yeah.
He's like, absolutely count me in, let's do this. Fuck them. Junior takes a little bit more convincing, but is eventually goes, yeah, let's do this. So we're in.
And Sam says, I just think we need one more person.
We're not criminally minded, the three of us. None of us have ever done anything like this
Does
before.
anyone know anyone who's got basically some criminal experience?
Junior does.
Yeah.
Because we then cut to the Joburg Hospital for the Criminally Insane.
Nice.
So it was Johannesburg. Where they go to visit. Because that's where Sam's dad lives.
Junior's dad.
Junior's dad, sorry. Junior remembered his dad was disguised as a clumsy robber at the beginning. His dad lives in this place. So they go to meet his dad. And this is where it all kind of fell apart a little bit for me. They go to ask his dad for some advice on how to steal stuff.
They say, what if, hypothetically, if we needed to steal a load of stuff from a warehouse, how would we go about it? And Junior's dad says, you've got to remember the 5 Ds.
You have to
remember
the 5
Ds. Like duck, dive, dip, dodge.
And dive.
But no, they are define, delegate, divert, disguise, and do not get fucking caught.
That was all right. Then we meet Fingers.
Yes.
Fingers is another member of this criminally insane asylum.
Yeah.
He has a pet dog.
Yeah.
It's a cuddly dog. It's not a real dog, which he holds in front of his groin.
Yeah.
And insists that he's not going anywhere till Prince starts petting his dog.
Yeah, Junior's dad is like, just pet it for a few minutes. He won't. He won't leave us alone until you do it.
Yeah. So he does. The rest of this conversation happens while Prince is petting this man's dog.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's petting some shit.
Yeah, pile of shit.
This man's shit in his own hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's unnecessary.
It was a bit, yeah.
Unnecessary.
It didn't vibe, did it, with the rest of the movie?
No, it didn't really fit with the rest. And I see why they did it, because there's a punchline at the end. But, yeah. We then cut to a montage.
A plotting and planning montage.
Plotting and planning montage.
First montage of the season?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, during this montage, we find out that Sam is putting medication on a credit card, or 2 credit cards. Junior's rent is overdue. And Prince is sleeping in his car getting touched by Trump. Some tramp leans in through the window and touches him.
Just like strokes his hair.
So bad things are happening to all 3 of these people.
Could have been worse. Could have been a cockroach.
Could have been a cockroach, true. We then cut to Junior, whose mission is to get the key to the safe. And he does this by going into his boss's office, opening up a cupboard, and finding a lot of pictures of naked ladies in this boss's cupboard, and the key hidden in a sex toy.
Yeah.
A pocket pussy.
Yeah. I've never heard you say those words before.
I don't think I've ever said them out loud before. That's where this man hides his key.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has to finger it to get the key out.
Yeah, in between all the lube and whatever else might be inside this thing. And I'm like, the gross out comedy's coming in. I don't like gross out comedy. As he leaves the room, he gets the key. We're happy. He gets
the key, opens the safe with the key, gets the key to the vault.
That's what he was going for. As he leaves the room, he bumps into the cleaner, Portia, the lady we met earlier. And
this was quite sweet.
They fumble through an awkward conversation.
She's like flirting hard, and he's
not good at flirting, but it works, and he eventually ends up with a date. She agrees to go. She's madly in love with him. He's
Yeah.
madly in love with her. They've just never really spoken about it before, and it's quite cute how they do it.
They meet up at the bar.
Back at the bar.
Junior's like, right, I've got the key.
When are we doing this?
We're good to go. They decide that Saturday night would be the best time to carry out the lifting of the Zulkanoid because there's a big game on.
Yep, and the security guards will all be watching the big game.
Yeah, so they should all be in one place, basically.
Yes.
And one of them comes up with the idea that they could send a load of beer to the security guards.
Get them drunk.
Like with a message from the bosses saying,
Enjoy the big game.
Yeah, this is for you guys working at the weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy the game. And then Prince takes it to the next level.
Yeah.
He's like Winston in New Girl, isn't he? He's like, we should put tranquilizers in all the beer so they pass out. It'll be an absolute breeze for us then. We'll just walk in, take the Zulkanoid, walk out. And to start with, Junior and Sam are like, we can't do that.
Yeah,
we don't want to get anyone to get
Nobody
hurt.
needs to get hurt. Yeah.
But he talks them around.
Yeah, he does.
And
Because
they
we
decide
used to do it to my grandma when she was when we were younger. So
It's like Mr. T getting on a plane.
Basically. So they do agree to do it. Sam wants to do a spit oath. He spits in his hand, wants them all to shake hands, but the other two are like, that's disgusting. Why'd you keep spitting on yourself? So they won't do it.
And they agree also that if any of them get caught during the heist, they are not to snitch on the others.
Yes. Fair. And then we cut to Saturday.
Well, we have a little bit of a getting drunk montage.
A little bit, yeah. Cut to Saturday. We're ready. Junior's sorted his date out with Portia. She's
working.
She's working. She's cleaning inside the vault.
Night of the heist, yeah.
And suddenly she hears screams.
Yeah.
Noises.
Yeah.
So she goes to investigate, and something grabs her.
And there's
and
a
then
flash
there's
of
some screams.
And there's a flash of green light.
Yeah. So maybe our aliens are turning up.
I think we've only got
20 minutes left.
Yeah, we're like an hour.
Half an hour maybe.
An hour and 10 minutes into this,
Yeah.
I think.
The boys have met up somewhere else. Princes have turned up with a samurai sword.
Yeah, in case they needed weapons.
Sam hasn't brought a weapon.
Junior's got some nunchucks.
He's brought some nunchucks, and he's also gone ahead and brought the disguises.
Yeah.
He's brought full head masks.
Yes.
Because you can't just have face masks because your head shape might give you away. And he has got a shark, a chicken, and a unicorn.
Yeah, they're like proper comedy masks.
Yeah.
And Prince is like, I'm not being a chicken.
Yeah.
What else is in the bag? And he just pulls one out and he ends up being a unicorn.
Yeah, he's the unicorn. So he's the unicorn, Junior's the chicken, Sam's the shark.
Yeah.
Cut to the office. The security guards are all unconscious.
The plan's worked a treat. What we haven't mentioned...
Oh, yeah. We haven't mentioned that
there is a homeless guy knocking around the office.
He just lives in the office.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
It's kind of at the start.
It's kind of explained at the start.
Well, this isn't really. But anyway, he's knocking around.
He just lives there.
Yeah.
Everybody's unconscious except for this tramp who just happens to not be.
But he wanders into the security hut
Yeah.
and drinks some of the beer.
Yeah. This is where your twist of the movie comes. Because we cut to the vault, and inside the vault are our three bosses.
Yeah, so they're on site as well.
Gregory, Buddy, and Anya. And it turns out they are our missing aliens.
Yes, because they're arguing. And
Yes.
Gregory says to Anya,
Yep.
you're not supposed to eat the humans.
Yes,
You
so-
always do this.
So we've cut back now. We're just after the first scene of
Yeah.
the movie where that security guard got eaten. They're arguing about it, and it is revealed that these three guys are. They've been here all along.
Yeah, and they've got Portia tied up.
I've been here the whole time.
And also, did you notice? There's now dry ice everywhere
Everywhere.
through the office.
Absolutely, it's everywhere.
Why does that happen?
No.
Aliens
need dry ice.
giving they're just
Yeah.
expressing dry ice everywhere.
So Gregory, they've got Portia tied up as well.
Yeah.
They've not eaten her yet, but they've got her tied up. And Gregory starts explaining themselves. So he's like, "We are aliens. We have taken on a human form, and we have based ourselves off of human movies.
Yeah.
Things that we've learned through pop culture." So
He said basically these are the 3 easiest accents to do.
yeah. So Anya has decided she's going to become a Russian. She's based herself off a Russian spy.
Yeah.
Baddy has based himself off a Jamaican Rastafarian. And Gregory says Hyde decided to become a fusion of the 2 greatest humans who ever lived, Mahatma Gandhi and Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Hence why he's Australian. I don't know where Gandhi comes from.
don't know.
Doesn't look anything like
He
Gandhi.
didn't wear sandals or anything, this guy.
So while they're having this conversation with Portia, Junior overhears. Junior's got in.
He's got in. The heist is done.
Yeah,
he's took
got
the Zulkanoid. That all worked fine.
Yeah.
But he's drawn by these loud voices.
Yes.
And so he hears Gregory explain that they're aliens and they're here to take things over. He doesn't, however. He sees that someone is tied up, but he doesn't see that it's Portia.
Exactly. Gregory keeps on explaining, he's a bit of our Captain Exposition at this point, that they're here for Zulkanoid. It came to Earth on a meteor when their planet's moon exploded.
Yeah.
And it has repairing properties for them.
Yes.
It repairs their skin if they get damaged, and it gives them energy. Basically keeps them alive. Yeah. And they need it, and once they have it, they will burn everything, he says. Junior freaks out because hearing that scares him.
He runs out.
Yes.
Well, he tries to tell the others over the walkie-talkie, and he's a blithering mess. And
he's in a vault as well.
Yeah, and he runs out to the car park, and he's all asunder. And
he should happen to run into the tramp who lives on site, who raises the alarm. He's got a whistle.
And he's also scared because he thinks it's a real horse.
Yeah, basically he's high see a unicorn.
Yeah, whichever mask he's got on, I can't remember.
It was the chicken?
Chicken, yeah.
Anyway, he raises the alarm. He starts blowing this whistle that he's got from somewhere, which triggers the other three to hear. They come running out. There's a bit of a chase, and our three guys jump into their old jalopy of a car that they've got, and they get away. They do manage to get away.
And the homeless guy passes out from the tranquilizer.
Stress of it all, yeah. Junior then...
Oh, the baddie throws a limb at the car.
Yeah, he throws like an arm at the car as they're getting away. And Junior goes on to explain what's happened to the other two, whilst also massively freaking out.
They take it really.
They do. They're like
calmly, not calmly, but they don't question it. They're not like, "What are you on about?"
Yeah, are you drunk? What are you talking about?
They're like, "Okay, yeah, seems plausible."
Aliens, yeah. So they're all freaking out. They're all deciding what to do, how far they're going to run away.
Yeah,
basically.
And he says someone was tied up as well. They had someone tied up,
which triggers Prince because Prince is like. He starts getting flashbacks of his dad calling him a coward and Colleen bullying him. And he tells them to pull over the car.
He's like, look, someone's in danger tied up.
Yeah.
There's all the security guys
are unconscious.
They
know they're going to burn the place to the ground.
He's like, we can't leave our colleagues.
We can't be a coward. We can't be cowards anymore. We need to go back. And they decide they need to go back. They need to fight the good fight. So they do. They go back to save their colleagues. I don't know if I'd have gone back to save my colleagues. I might have. Some of them, not all of them.
They pull over, don't they? And they basically ready their weapons.
Yes.
So Prince has got his samurai sword.
Yep. Junior's got his nunchucks.
And
Sam's regretting not bringing anything.
Sam finds a tire iron in the back of the car.
Junior wants to do another spit oath.
Yeah.
But they're still, again, they won't do it. Prince says to him, stop spitting on yourself. I thought that was quite funny. So then as they approach, Baddie comes out. He's like the first one to approach them. Yeah. And they decide they need to split up. There's three of us.
Yeah. Sam says,
yeah.
So Prince, you've got the samurai sword.
You take him
This
on.
Guy's the biggest.
Yeah.
You take him on. Junior, you go to the vault.
Yeah, where Anya is.
And I'll go and find Gregory.
In the offices.
Because
he was looking at them out the window. So they knew where all of them were. So Prince gets left to deal with Baddie on his own. And... he does. He's like
talking to himself a little bit. Yeah. I've got a sword. I think I can do this.
He's nobody. He's just a Rastafarian. Unfortunately, he isn't that because he shows his true form, or I believe whatever his true form is. Either it turns into a fire demon.
I thought he turns into a Balrog.
Yeah, basically, he turns all fiery.
Yeah. A lava alien.
Yeah, basically. It's quite a good effect, to be fair, for a low-budget South African movie.
We don't see... there aren't many special effects shots in this,
no.
And the lack of aliens in this alien movie may be one of our criticisms. But when there are special effects shots needed...
they're not bad.
They are not bad. This is a world away from the Loch Ness Monster last week.
Oh, God, yes. 100%. We then catch up with Sam. He's found Gregory. Turns out Gregory can teleport.
Yeah. So it looks like each of these aliens has a different power.
Yeah. So he's like teleporting upstairs, downstairs, out of the way.
Whilst chatting at him, saying, "Well, you will never beat me. We're gonna take all the zirconium and
Zulkanoid.
yeah, leave.
We then cut to Junior, who's with Anya. He's gone to try and find Anya, and he bumps into Portia.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not Portia, it's Anya who can shapeshift. So yeah, they've all got 3 different distinct skills. So she reveals herself as Anya. She's also got this great big reptile arm. Gregory, meanwhile, chucks Sam off a balcony.
Yeah.
He lands on a sex doll.
Yes, he's saved by a customer.
He is. Anya rips Junior's nunchucks to pieces, literally destroys them without a problem.
He's got his pen.
He's got his pen, and he stabs her with a pen.
She just pulls the pen out and stabs him.
She's like, I have no pain receptors. What are you doing? And then she stabs him in the leg.
And he definitely does have pain receptors.
Yeah. Prince swings his sword. Well, Buddy gives Prince a free shot.
Yeah, he sort of leans over and says,
opens his neck
my
open.
neck. Free shot.
Swings his sword, which just shatters into pieces. Cut back to Gregory and Sam. Gregory...
He's monologuing.
He's chatting away. He never shuts up, this guy. He reveals to Sam that they are 92% gas, this alien race. Mainly hydrogen and butane.
Yeah.
So Sam, being a geologist, figures out how he can do some damage to these guys.
Sure.
I don't understand it, but I'm not a geologist. He gets a fire extinguisher. He sprays Gregory with the fire extinguisher, and Gregory explodes.
Basically, yeah.
I've written something to do with geology. I don't know why that would happen, but it has happened, and it is all fine. If anybody can explain to me how that happened, feel free. Prince, meanwhile, is still trash talking with Baddie outside. He's about to destroy.
He's about to deliver the killing blow to Prince
when Sam comes out and sprays him with a fire extinguisher. Yeah. These guys are easy to fucking kill.
Yeah, they really are.
Cut to Anya. Anya then shows her true form to Junior, which is a big huge reptile, lizard, triple mouth type thing that's going on.
She's got like an alien mouth, hasn't she? Yeah, like a mouth in a mouth in a mouth.
Yeah, like Pennywise. She's just about to devour Junior when Portia attacks her from behind.
Yeah.
The real Portia, which gives enough time for Sam to turn up with his trusty fire extinguisher and burn and destroy that one as well. Done. Aliens killed. Easy. They then notice that Junior's got a pen sticking out of his leg.
and then so Prince and Junior just bicker like they have done through the movie about this pen.
What if it's in an artery? You can't take it out. We've got to leave it in.
Prince is like, I was trained at medical school. There's no major arteries in the leg.
He's like, you might have ink poisoning, and Sam's like, ink poisoning's not really a thing.
So Sam just pulls it out as they're bickering.
Yeah, he doesn't want to, but he does. They then leave. As they're walking out, though, Portia passes out. She I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. I'm just going to let you know this.
Yeah, this bit was one too many visions for me.
Yeah. Portia passes out. She goes all faint. As she does that, the other two look at Junior and notice something's not right about him.
His skin starts to glow.
And
pulsate.
And then suddenly he explodes everywhere.
Yeah.
But again,
I was genuinely disappointed.
I was as well.
I was like, he was my favourite.
What has happened to him? I couldn't understand why
he exploded. Did he get bit? What? Yeah.
Exactly. Or did the pen do something? Because it had been in her and then him. But it turns out it's all in Prince's imagination. Prince thinks that he can rebuild him as well. He's all sad that
pass me his leg.
Junior's exploded everywhere. But he imagined it all. Junior and Portia then have a bit of a kiss.
They do.
He tells her that he loves her.
And then the old car explodes.
Yes. Well, he says, I think my look's changing.
Yeah.
And then the car explodes. The car explodes because somebody's mixed the paint in with the Zulkanoid, which has made it unstable, made the canister overheat, which caused the car to explode.
Well, because it's out of the vault with its temperature control.
Sam then gets some of this chemical and rubs it on his wound on his arm that he's picked up, and it heals it.
It does.
So he takes some home and rubs it all over his own daughter.
And it heals her wounds.
It heals her wounds. And then we get another voiceover from Sam saying the discovery of Zulkanoid changed everything.
The world.
Junior and Prince and Portia now live in this swanky apartment somewhere together.
There was a weird bit about them all having like this open relationship type thing. That was really didn't fit in either.
Freeway relationship.
She was like, "Oh, I hope you boys don't mind. I spend most of my time naked."
Yeah.
And Prince is like, "I don't mind.
Yeah.
You're not even my girlfriend." And
really strange, right?
It was weird.
Yeah.
And Junior like looks perturbed, like You're my girlfriend. Why would you do that?
And all he's worried about is nobody's going to steal his lunch anymore because he doesn't live with his housemates. It was very strange.
Again, it was just like how it didn't vibe with the rest of this movie. It was weird.
Sam now runs the company. AMI somehow managed to
CEO,
get into Sam's hands. And he gives everyone what they wanted. So even the tramp gets given a load of money.
Yeah.
The security guards get given some stuff that they wanted. Everybody's happy. It's a happy ending. The three guys have got really rich by the sounds of it because of what Zulkanoid can do. Original boss, remember him?
Yes.
He's gone to prison
for stealing
$15 million from the company, which is why the company was cutting back. And he goes to prison. He goes into his cell.
And he is sent to the criminally insane prison.
Yeah, I think that's the only prison.
Okay, fine.
I think. Guess who his roommate is?
That's Fingers.
Fingers. So there's your payoff on that joke because Fingers is making some cake for him. Meanwhile, Junior says to Sam and Prince, "You need to come with me. I'm now head of security. I've been going around all of our
sites,
places we own, sites,
property
mines,
portfolio,
and I found something you need to see." So he takes them there. They're like, "What the hell could this be? This is just an abandoned old warehouse."
Yeah.
And we turn a corner, and there's a spaceship just hovering in there.
Yeah.
Which is obviously how our three guys got to Earth in the first place. And he says, "You think this is impressive? You wait till you see what's inside."
Yeah.
And that is the end of your movie.
I quite like the ending.
Fucking sequel tease.
As an ambiguous ending, I slash sequel tease, I quite liked it.
Overall, though, thoughts on this movie?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
Because I ended up liking it generally, but it was so... And maybe this is my problem. It was so not what I thought we were getting.
Yeah, completely.
Nothing... No, is it harsh to say nothing happens for the first hour?
I think it's harsh. I think it's possibly true.
There's so much scene setting, and I didn't need the in-depth corporate take. It really goes into... We literally are in those 3 meetings.
For
following their normal day. And it's like... Is it a bit much? It's a bit too long.
This movie's 20 minutes too long.
Yeah.
It's on for an hour and 50. You cut this to 90 minutes. Make it a bit shorter, sharper. Bring your aliens in a little bit earlier. There's not even a tease of an alien at any point.
No.
Like as
soon
as
20 minutes.
As soon as these guys turn up, things should have started happening. To tell us, give us a clue, maybe.
Don't you think a lot of that's just for budgetary reasons?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's the same reason why, because my other criticism would be when we actually do get to the battles in inverted commas versus the alien. Well, there's no fight scenes.
No. We
Baddie
find out how
and
to kill
Prince
them
never have a fight.
No.
They just have a standoff.
Gregory and Sam do a little bit when he chucks him off the balcony.
Yeah, it's just the standard glass table thing, isn't it? There's little to no stunt work. There's the special effects are good, but are minimal. And I just think if there's more money, you do 3 intersecting fight scenes, don't you? And
it was like we find out how to kill these things, and then all 3 of them are dead within minutes.
There's no drama to that.
Yeah, there's no. That's a bit of a. Considering this is billed as an alien invasion movie, the aliens are in and out within 10 minutes of the film.
Invasion's a strong word.
Yeah,
for what this is.
It's the name of the movie.
Having said all that, I think all 3 leads are really likeable.
Agreed.
They really play off each other well.
I think all 3 bad guys are great as well.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
There are a few missteps of tone where it goes for that. It's the criminally insane part where it just goes for the cheapest possible laugh, and it stands
Completely
out because you're like,
unnecessary.
that's not what the rest of this movie is.
Yeah.
And I came away going, overall I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And because and it looks good as well.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a low budget movie. There's money been spent on this movie.
But I don't want to say it's not what it claims to be. It's not what Netflix makes me think this is from the trailer, from the screenshots, and from
I don't think it's a Netflix thing. It's IMDb bills it as that as well. It's just it isn't an alien. You don't even need to. It doesn't even need to be an alien invasion movie. This is a heist movie. You don't need them. They don't need to be aliens in it.
No, but
I get why there are.
Yeah,
but they don't need to be. You could have done this movie without them being aliens at the end.
Yeah, but then what's the USP?
If you're going to make them aliens, then you need to tell me they're aliens a little bit earlier. Give me some teasers.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm being stupid and I didn't see that twist come in, but it was never even slightly hinted at.
No, it wasn't. I guess maybe they were going
His
for the
bad
surprise
wig is maybe
thing,
the only thing. But.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much of it I'm just giving it.
I think
Maybe am I giving it too much slack by just saying, well, they haven't got the money to do Aliens?
it's unnecessary that this movie's an hour and 50 minutes. If
Yeah,
you cut 20
Big
minutes
time.
out of this movie, you've got a much sharper,
Slicker.
shorter, slicker movie. Get rid of
Less of the corporate
that
stuff.
prison scene, a lot of the corporate stuff. Done.
Yeah.
It's easy.
More of the. I wanted more of the family stuff, the emotional.
Yeah. Well, I want to know what's
weight
wrong with his
for
daughter.
Sam's.
Why is his dad a bitch? A bitch. Why is his dad horrible
He
to
was
her?
a bitch.
He was a bitch. What's wrong with Sam's daughter? Why is... Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like... The characters were all great,
Just
but
not
they
quite
did all
balanced in the right way.
they did all the heavy lifting, those three did. And we didn't find out enough about who they were. So we needed a bit more of that. But overall, I don't think it's a bad film.
No, and in terms of, I think there were 3 good performances, and they did, because it is a comedy, they did the comedy well.
Yeah.
They were likeable.
Yeah.
I think Junior was the standout for me, personally.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
But
Yeah, Sam was the straight guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Prince was a bit too much. But yeah, Junior was the best one.
it's Office Space with aliens.
It is Office Space with Alien. I was just trying to think of a Office Space mixed with something else.
Yeah.
But if you like Office Space, and what was the other Office one we did? Office Uprising.
That was zombies.
That was zombies in an
This
office.
is like...
Similar. But
Can you remember we did a couple of seasons ago, we did was it a Norwegian film, Blasted?
yes.
Which is the aliens in the woods.
Woods, yeah.
But it had a similar tone to this.
Yeah.
So this is like this movie is like the bastard child of Office Uprising and Blasted. This is, in the Venn diagram, this is the one that overlaps those
You're saying
two.
we've been doing this show so long now that our movies are overlapping into themselves.
100%.
Wow. Jesus Christ, we're in for some treats.
You could make a brilliant Venn diagram of 252 movies that we've done on this show.
Yeah, you could. Because they're all over the place.
Yeah. Well, so what's the whole the theory? There's only 6 stories, isn't there? Or
Something like that. Yeah.
So I enjoy. On the whole, I enjoyed it.
I did too.
It's got a lot of flaws.
It has a lot of flaws. It's too long for a start.
Yeah.
And there are some.
There's a better movie in this.
That's a great way
in
to
this
put it.
okay movie. There's a better movie.
There's a good movie hiding in here somewhere.
Yeah.
It just hasn't quite been realised. Right, should we put it in the stream table somewhere?
Yeah, sure. So
That's easy.
it's the second movie that we've done this season.
So
So
the question we need to answer is this movie better or worse than Nessie and Me?
it's better.
It's not even close.
No.
These two are not even close.
Do you think? I don't think we had this conversation last week. Given that it is a kids' movie, it's 2 movies butchered together, Nessie and Me. Do you think that will be right down the bottom come the end of the season?
That's a difficult question because we're in a complete unknown, uncharted waters this season.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're going to get. If you'd have asked me that last season, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
But there's a high possibility we're going to get some much, much worse movies than that this season.
What offends you more of focusing on the bad stuff? So something like Nessie and Me,
Yeah,
or something like Buddy Games.
Buddy Games.
Okay.
Everything about Buddy Games offended me. I don't hate Nessie. I didn't hate Nessie and Me.
Me neither. Not
Because
no,
they had a go at doing something and
Yeah.
it worked. Buddy Games I hated because they had a go at doing something and it was
They knew what they were
They
doing.
knew what they were doing. And I don't know. The thing I don't like boring movies. I think that's well established on this show. I don't think either of those 2 movies we've done so far can be described as boring.
No.
Batshit, both of them,
Yeah.
100%. This isn't the sort of movie. Office Uprising isn't the sort of movie I was
Office
expecting.
Invasion.
Office Invasion. I've written it there wrong as well. Office Invasion wasn't the sort of movie I was expecting to get from Netflix this season. This is the sort of thing I was expecting Amazon to be dishing up to us. So for Netflix,
It was
to do it-
wackier.
So if
than
we're
I
going to
thought,
get wacky movies from Amazon, and Netflix are going to start throwing wacky movies at us as well. This could be an insane season.
It's all in the hands of Robin, the randomizer.
It is all in the hands of Robin. Talking of Robin, should we bring him out?
Yeah, let's see what she's got for us next week.
New look Robin is back. So, what do you want?
I think I'm still an open book. I'm still getting used to the novelty that we could.
That's what I'm saying.
2 streaming services are now our oyster.
We don't know what we're going to get from Amazon. It could be absolutely anything.
Because I feel like a lot of the bottom of the stream cheaper stuff on Netflix is horror.
Yeah.
But I think adding Amazon in just
non-English
opens that up. Yeah,
it really does. Right, shall I spin the wheel?
Yes, do it.
Remember, there are 72 of each movie on here. Robin has picked us a movie called Shark Lake.
Okay.
It's been a long time since we've done a shark movie.
It certainly is.
Although I did expect this to happen regularly on Amazon. There's a lot of shark movies on Amazon. Episode 2 ever? Bait?
Yes, it was, yeah.
That was the only shark movie we've ever done, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, we have watched a lot of shark movies.
Oh,
together.
God, yeah. Hundreds. Not this one, though, till now.
Well, I mean, there was Under Paris, wasn't there?
Of course, not long
big
ago.
on Netflix.
It was.
A couple of months ago.
I really enjoyed Under Paris.
Me too.
I thought it was really good. Shark Lake came out in 2015. It was on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So we seem to be going in order. Robin's doing Amazon, Netflix, Amazon. Do you want a synopsis?
Yes, please.
A local sheriff named Meredith Hendricks makes it her mission to capture the animal and bring the exotic animal collector to justice.
That's a
terribly written
AI written synopsis.
Do you want a different one?
Yeah, if you've got one.
Shark Lake is a thought-provoking thriller set in the serenity of Lake Tahoe. The serenity is shattered when a local exotic animal collector inadvertently releases one of the most treasured exotics into the area. A local sheriff called Meredith Hendricks makes it her mission to capture the animal and bring the exotic animal collector to justice. A course of unlikely events shift the focus to their relationship between a mother and her son and a father and his daughter.
Okay.
I've got a fucking clue what's going on.
No.
It is rated at 3.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Would you like to know who's in it?
Yes, please.
Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, wow.
When was the last time? That's season 1 as well.
No, we've seen him.
Seen him a couple of times.
Twice, because he was in Blackwater. Way back, which was with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And he was he in He Never Died? Was that him?
It was a demon hunter.
Yes, I think that was called He Never Died.
Yeah.
So this will be his third appearance on the show.
God, he's been away from the show for too long. So
he has indeed. It does seem to have been a while. And I can't recognise anybody else in there. So, get onto your Amazon Fire Sticks and go and watch Shark Lake. And in the meantime, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Not Twitter. Why did I say Twitter? Instagram and Letterboxd at BOTS_podcast. If you want to drop us an email, our email address is bottomofthestream@gmail.com. And our website is bottomofthestream.com. On our website, you'll find every episode we've ever recorded, all the stream tables, loads of other cool stuff. And you can even get some merch if you want to buy a Bottom of the Stream
pen.
Nice. After you've done all of that, head over to Patreon, patreon.com/bottomofthestream. On there, for £5 every month, you will get early access to episodes. You'll get bonus episodes. And you will also get a wild card, which means you can choose the movie we watch. And if you pick the best one of the season, you will win a prize. Then, when you've done that, head over to Discord. The Discord is a wonderful group full of wonderful people who will chat to you about anything. We play games, we do watch-alongs. We've got all sorts of cool shit planned for Discord. It's going to be great. Head over there. The Discord link, as always, is at the bottom of the show notes.
If you can spare a few minutes, please consider leaving us a rating and review anywhere you can review and rate podcasts. It really helps get the word out about our show. You can do that anywhere that you can find podcasts, because we're on all those places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Podchaser, YouTube Music. You can find our other show, Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick, every Monday on all those places. And also as a video on YouTube.
Absolutely. Don't forget to go and look for the videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, all you need to do is search for Bottom of the Stream on YouTube. You will find us. You can subscribe to us. Do whatever you can. Do what all those people do on YouTube. That's it, I think. Movie
Happy
show
then.
done?
Yeah.
Happy?
I'm so excited to watch a shark movie next week.
I can't wait. We've not done a shark movie for ages. We both love shark movies. We're going to have a lot of fun with this one, I think. And we both love Dolph Lundgren. Who doesn't?
Like, exactly.
So yeah, go and watch Shark Lake, and we'll be back on Monday for Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick, and next Thursday for the movie show.
Cheers!
Bye!